Hello, welcome back to actual play, Spectres of Brocken. We have made our Academy students, and I think we're ready to jump in. So,
Yeah.
how's that work, Aaron? What do we do next?
I forgot one last thing. We need to see the word bank. So this ties
That's
into
right.
starting the game. Uh, we will be using words as part of the game. Words are kind of like tokens in like belonging, outside belonging, or no dice no masters games. So you will gain them and spend them. So you gain words when you take certain moves, usually that kind of like reveal stuff about yourself. And you spend words when you want to change things significantly, make pivotal, um, um, dramatic impact in the scene. And these words will act as like a secondary prompt to what you want to do as well. And acts like also as a sort of palette to kind of like just, if you just look at a word bank, then these are things that we have professed an interest in exploring during the game. So another way that you can gain words is if you introduce elements into a scene that reflect the words, you can just take a word out of the word bank. For example, if we put in the word corporate espionage, which is two words, but like, who cares? Word. Like as long as a word is like a pretty defined concept, that's fine. Even if it's two words. So if we have put the word corporate espionage in there and someone introduces like corporate espionage into the proceedings, then just take the word out of the word bank. So at the start, so based on the setting that we have and the pilots that we have, each player gets to add two words into the word bank.
Cool beans.
I thought mommy issues like immediately.
I'm
Very good.
putting bleed in there.
Ooh. Aaron, come out swinging. I can see how that word can be used in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, man, everyone's coming up with good ones.
What's the word for?
Are you not committing to mommy issues, right?
I mean, everyone has good ones like control.
I don't know why you
betrayal.
think mommy issues isn't a good word.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna commit. We're just gonna go for it. I'm not even gonna change it to mother. It's gonna be mommy.
It's just mommy.
perfect.
What's the word for this?
Ooh.
Personhood, I guess.
What are you trying to think of? Personhood's a good word.
I want the monsters to have personalities.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that doesn't have to be
humanity.
the monsters, right? Like, yeah.
I was thinking humanity. Personhood's also a good kind of way to
Identity.
identity.
I think I'll be more obvious.
Oh my god!
Monsterhood.
I have a Tagalog word, and I don't know how to.
You can put it down. Do you have
You can put the Tagalog word in there. You just have to tell me what it means. But
yeah.
Now I'm like, it's nakihinayang. It's like a really deep form of regret, like a soul. Like yeah, Filipino. We
soul crushing regret is a word.
Filipinos have a lot of words for like different emotions. Yeah. I'm gonna put in regret. But
a desire for everything from the start of the world to be different.
That's all one word.
Yeah, that's just one word.
Existential regret. Existential regret.
Yeah.
How do you spell existential? Holy crap. I'm gonna look it up.
Doesn't matter. We know, as long as we know what it means, right? Spelling is mutable. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a better way of putting it. I was gonna go colonialism. Take that.
I'm having trouble with my last word.
I apologize
I
for
mean-
breaking the rules all the time and coming up with 2 words each.
No.
time.
This is a trick of writing this game, right? Is that I have to write rules for the game, which is sucky because when I play the game, it's I don't follow these rules,
Yeah.
but I have to write something.
I know.
Words can be 2 words; it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Like,
lots of
all the-
other words you could use for this, like phrases, aspects. Like you could find a word that you could find a term rather that would be a little more expansive than words if you want it to be.
This
Yeah,
would work
yeah.
really well in German. I'm just gonna say that right now, right? Is that right, John? I think John is still here. I just feel like with German words, you could just like it's a trunk of a car. You could just
Crank.
put in as much as you want into a single.
Yeah,
Oh
I
god.
feel like they don't.
I mean, there's a way to cheat this video, which is just look at the notes that we've taken for the academy phase,
Right.
And grab some, yeah.
Yeah, and just grab one, or look at your character sheet and just grab one. Right, look at your pilot, look at details, any word that appears on any character sheet, just pick one of them.
Okay.
Thank you, John, for your blessing. That means so much to me.
I'll tell you one of the most in one of the playtests, one of the most poignant words was pancake. So
Great.
whatever
Good.
it is, yeah, just go for it.
Now I want pancakes. I didn't have pancakes for breakfast.
Yes.
I'll have them for lunch. Pancakes for lunch sounds like a good idea.
All right.
That's the longest German word according to Google.
What does this mean? What?
It means motor vehicle liability insurance.
See, I knew.
But it's one word, even though it's hyphenated.
Wait, do we have mech insurance?
We probably need mech
Oh my
insurance, yeah.
God. This feels like a flashback to whatever character is going. Do we have
insurance for this?
All right, so the words that we have are bleed, control, rebellion, betrayal, monstrosity, mommy issues, existential regret, and experimentation. Cool.
Very heavy words. I feel like
Super happy words.
So another thing here is that just because the words are in a word bank doesn't mean you can't always just pick new words. So one of the moves is when you gain a word, you can always just make up a new word, right? So gaining words can be taking it out of the word bank, or you can just make one up. Like if you need a word, just make one up.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the world moves move that lets you pull out words from the word bank specifically. So essentially the 3 things, there's 3 moves that I've already kind of covered. So it's like you gain a word when you reveal something about your character, or when you highlight something that's in the word bank, you can take it out, and you can spend words to make pivotal impacts. And when you do that, you fill in one of your traits. Like when you do something, you do it in a way that reflects one of your traits, and we learn about your character. So this is you locking it. So you can foreshadow what a trait might be with a reveal, and then lock it in onto your character sheet by spending a word. And making action, like taking that action in the scene.
And those traits are like your convictions, your flaws,
yes,
your
potential impulse. Yes. You can also spend words to adjust or change the traits belonging to other people. So we can get into that if that comes up. But essentially, you could tell someone else what you think they are.
Right.
Yeah. Or how you think they've changed. Right. Cool. So that's kind of like the basic setup. There's also a move to like end the scene, which just means that when we answer the question of a scene, we end it, and then everyone who was involved in the answer gains a word. Okay. So that's kind of like the basic things. We can get into the details when we get into it. But like that's essentially it. Like reveal thing about yourself, you gain a word. When you want to lock that in as a character trait, spend a word.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Cool. So to start off a scene, what we do is that up on the top left, there's a set of 8 prompts or situations, and you choose 2 of them to combine. And these situations also come with example reveals and pivots. Once again, you don't have to use them if you don't want to. You can always make up like your own like pivots and examples. But if you're ever stuck or you need an idea, you can always just look to these if you need them. So would someone like to set up a scene here, or do you want me to get things rolling?
A team building exercise feels very like opening of class, like opening of the first day of class sort of vibes to me. So I'm feeling that as one of the the components.
I've just chucked it into this side.
Yeah, no, that's great. If that,
do we want to, and so it's 2 of them, right? So it's Do we then want? I think a fun thing to also start with is either a supervised fight or an unauthorized duel.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So is this like
I
a
was looking at
training
those
thing?
too. Yeah, it could be a training, or it could be like a
team
fight
building
that happens
role.
after when the teacher isn't looking. That's
I think we should just like supercharge things straight away. Unauthorized duel. Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So those are our 2. That's our situation. So it's a team building exercise and an unauthorized duel at the same time. What question are we trying to answer with this scene? So the questions are always phrased in the manner of like whose actions lead to something happening. So to provide some direction for the scene.
So are we looking at the reveals in the scene or this list of questions you have right now?
There's a list of questions on the left.
Got it.
Yeah. So whose actions lead to a major rift between 2 or more pilots? Whose actions bring 2 or more pilots together? Whose actions led to a dispute or disagreement with others in the academy? Whose actions led to an increase in goodwill with others in the academy? Whose actions led to a pilot to develop and assert themselves more fully? Whose actions caused a pilot to question their identity and purpose? Whose actions led a pilot to reveal how their past influences their actions in the academy? And whose actions led a pilot to consider their future beyond the academy?
And how many of these are we picking?
Just 1.
Oh, just 1. Oh, there's lots of good ones in here. Since our characters aren't like, we haven't seen them on stage together, I like the idea of either bringing 2 pilots together or an action that creates a dispute or disagreement. Those both appeal to me, but I also like who makes somebody question identity or purpose, but I don't know if we've established our identities and purpose well enough to then tilt.
That's a good point. Yeah. We already have like an unauthorized duel. Do we want to be like the question is positive, but the setting is negative kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. I agree. That's
I like that. Yeah. Bringing people together while even one get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
My internet like skipped, I think, and Miro just like went all over the place. All right. So either Sean or Vidya, since y'all had input into the scene, do you want to kind of like frame it for us? Like one of you, just kind of like
sure. I've got an idea for it.
Yeah,
perfect.
And please, Vid, like riff off this however you want. I think this is a first day of class, get to know each other obstacle course thing that we're all running through. We don't know at this point, the audience doesn't know at this point if this is real or a simulator, but there's like dangerous, there's like not deadly shit, but there's definitely dangerous shit. Like we're jumping over things, and when people fall, there's like oofs, you know, there's like you could get hurt at this obstacle course, right? And there's a bunch of things that revolve around like two people need to hold a beam so one person can run across it, and like, or like you gotta like hoist somebody up over a wall. There's lots of, you can't do it, like nobody can do it all on their own. Right? Like you have to sort of team up, but there's also this kind of like you want your unit to get through first, so it's this cooperative, competitive, the way dumb trust fall team building kind of things are.
Yeah. Could I suggest it's kind of like Starship Troopers meets My Hero Academia, where what a weird convergence. But basically, like it's televised, everyone is watching. It's a way for like the corporations and the private entities to scope out like potential pilots. Shit.
Yeah.
Right. So this is your chance to like impress people, but you have to work as a team too, right? Like that is,
and we're being watched. That's like another level. I'm really into that actually.
Yeah. And then I just feel like there's some corner of this obstacle course. There's like some like wall you have to climb up where there's a camera on one side of it, but not on the side you fall down on. Like that's not impressive. They want to see people scaling the wall. They don't really care about what looks like on the other side. That's where some scrap is going to happen. Like somebody is going to be like, you tripped me, you supposed to hold it, and some fight where like all the students can tell, and they shouldn't really be stopping to watch this fight because they want to get through, but there's not really any authority figure immediately there. It could be at any moment, like anytime a little drone camera comes by or an instructor walks by, like this whole thing could be blown. But I think that's where the fight happens. It's sort of on the course, impromptu, not at all like planned. Just two people got pissed off, or more than two people. But yeah.
All right, I like that. I'm really stuck with completely peripheral, but like I'm stuck with like that we don't know if this is a hologram or not, and I'm really thinking about the X-Men hologram training room where you're like, this is
the danger room. Yeah,
the danger is like, this is way too dangerous for just normal stuff. Yeah. And then also the episode starts and they're all fighting things, and all of a sudden you're like, that was in the danger? Oh god damn it. You know, like
that's I kind of want to have the ability if at the end we could be like, and then they turn it off and we're all just in a hologram, or it's for real. Yeah. And I'm totally cool leaving that ambiguous for right now.
Cool. I love that. Let's leave it ambiguous.
So that's the general frame. Should we like start playing it out, or do we establish more?
Yeah. I think we could like kind of jump into it. But I guess the main question I have is like, do you envision this as us fighting another squad or an inter-squad like a intra-squad conflict?
Ooh, yeah.
Is it us fighting amongst ourselves?
Is it 4v4 kind of, or some of us versus some other squad? I feel like if we're wanting to go for the bringing us together, that's probably the most reliable way to do it. There's definitely the way we're fighting each other, and in the end we see eye to eye, but that feels very scripted. Like I don't know how to force that to happen,
right?
Without it feeling really ham-fisted. Like, and now is the part where we change our minds and see eye to eye. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm cool with us like fighting another team, and again leaving it open to maybe like it causes, because I feel like all of us will, you know, come at that in a different way. I'm very okay with Agni being the hothead that kind of starts something. If we want to like really just jump into it, and maybe like somebody trips, or somebody lands on top of me, maybe like I get down off of the wall, right? There's like, we're in this kind of blind spot, and then somebody falls on top of me, and I think I like just get very mad. I yell and as they're trying to run over, I like grab their leg and I like pull them back and go like, "You're not going anywhere," you know.
Right. You want to be the one that starts the fight. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm more than happy with that.
I mean, if you want to be slightly more heroic, we could say they fell on one of us or they tripped one of us. So you're defending a teammate rather.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, let's make me look a little better.
Like, it pretty much paints you as the asshole. Like
I am a little bit.
Slipped and you. Yeah. I'm more than happy to be the one that was tripped or knocked down or fallen on or something like that.
Can I be the one?
You want to be the one?
Yeah. Because okay. I want to make a strong pitch that Cosmo was like overconfident and like it's like, oh yeah, I don't need to roll out of the way. Like, you know, when they come down, I will know where they land. And like, no, I didn't.
Nice.
Like, okay, in fact, probably I'm like looking back and like watching y'all like come over and it's like, no, you should just move out of the way. But like, I'm like, no, I'm the best one here. I need to stay behind and see if y'all need any help.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ray, where do you see Kai in this? You think are you involved in the fight or are you watching it? Or are you like almost about to get there? What do you?
Yeah, I think I want to say I've been running my algorithms and I get a notification on my device that says this is about the time when Agni loses his shit. Like it's just this perfect algorithmic, and I'm like, exactly when I get the notification, that's when I hear Agni like
start screaming. Yeah,
just be like, "Hey, get back here!" You know, like
I think Pantheon was the very last in our unit, and they're still like scrambling to get over the wall. Like they haven't even made like Cosmo is waiting for her, and like when somebody fell on you, but I'm like still trying to make it over as the fight breaks out.
Oh hell yeah, and I think I just throw a punch.
100%.
Throw a punch. This is like another team, right?
Yeah. I think it's the Falcons. There's their squad name.
Sure, the Falcons. Yeah, absolutely. And I think I want to trigger a move.
Let's do it.
Take a word, and it's playing maybe against it a little bit, but I want to take control. Because I think I've lost it, if that makes sense. I don't know if like I can play with the antithesis of it specifically, but this is me immediately escalating a situation, punching somebody in the face and being like, I don't know, you can't play dirty. I think I'm also like saying things that are very contradictory to what I'm doing right now, where I'm like, you got to go back and say, I'm sorry. You know, like you can't be doing this. That's playing dirty. All right. Like as I just kind of like hold them down.
I think I'm going to pull Agni off, like out of the fight. Like I pull myself up from the ground and then I pull Agni off the fight. And like very roughly, like in a way where it's like I'm also like kind of like getting a little dig into like the other team, but like I'm swiveling and turning to you. It's like I don't need you to defend me.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Right. Think... Like just like take care of your own shit. You don't need to look over mine.
Wow.
I want to gain a word here. I'm gonna get like again like a weird like reversal thing. I'm gonna gain the word help or aid, I think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I too want to, unless you're gonna say something else, Aaron, just checking in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I want to do so what's your deal? Gain a word when you have a conversation or a moment of connection between yourself or another pilot that reveals something important about your identity, desires, or relationships. I'm gonna like when you say that, like I'm gonna stand behind you and I'm going to say, I think what you meant to say is thank you.
Nice.
Oh shit! Wait, sorry, that took a second to click.
Love it.
And like I'm trying to reveal that I see myself as someone who like has to make us work together as a team, right? Like I have taken that responsibility for myself, whether or not people like it. Is what I'm thinking.
I just feel oddly compelled to, even though like my character is struggling over the wall, to keep the world alive. I think the Falcon that you like are messing with, her name is Rio Dangerfall, and I think she clocks like Agni is like, eat rocks, Agni. That was fair and square. And like we're talking, it's like there's still a fight happen. It's still a fight happen, right. And is like circling around, like
I know,
like how serious is this gonna get, and like prowling around you.
How do you think the Falcons are reacting to this, right? Like I've gotten a punch in, we're all kind of yelling at each other on various sides of thinking that this is fine. Have the Falcons now kind of like ganged up on us? Like I kind of want one of them to then take a swing at one of y'all. Who do you think is like the most vulnerable to being like blindsided?
Oh my gosh. I think it has to be either Pantheon or me, right? Because like I'm too busy standing there being like, listen to me, I'm the leader. Yeah. And Pantheon just told people to eat rocks, right? Like,
I was playing the character of Rio Danger.
Okay. Got it.
Falcon member. I think Pantheon is gonna like hop over at an opportune moment, like they'll have just made it over the wall, but like right now Rio is like not letting the fight die. Like she's but yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's definitely me who takes a punch and the glasses go flying. Right?
Yeah. Like glasses go flying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can we say the glasses go flying, land on the ground, and that's exactly when Pantheon lands and like smashes the glasses
and cracks the glasses?
Yeah, I think it's Fleetwood who drop kicks you or something. Like,
wow, you are so good at coming up with names on the spot. I'm so upset. I'm so upset with you, Sean. How dare you be amazing?
I mean, I am just like Googling like good Falcon names and combining them in some cases.
Revealing your secrets.
Yeah,
that's
I think
how you do it.
You know, as you're doing all the calculations, like literally like out of like a WWF wrestling thing, Fleetwood has like gotten onto the next obstacle, and he's on like it's like the ring, like monkey bars, and he's like swinging, and he looks back and he's like, no way, and he swings the other way and does this like flying through the air like ridiculous like drop kick thing, and just like hits you square in the back, Kai, and you go down and the gases go flying, and
oh god,
and that's of course
oh my gosh, I love how Sean's Pilates like just gave us that like
perfect. And I'm gonna use so what's your deal? I'm gonna gain a word right now. When Pantheon comes over and she crunches your glasses, of course clacking them, and she looks at you, she looks up at you just so like full of sorrow, and she's like, I'm sorry, guy. Sorry, guy. And I think they're like muddy too, because it's a muddy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like very clear that like that she like wants to make this up to you, and like feels terrible that she just crushed your glasses. But I think oh man, what do I? Existential regret seems really strong for this sense of. I think I might have to.
You can take it, like you don't have to use the prompt exactly, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm taking it then. It's the word. It's definitely a deep regret. Like she has failed she's failed her team in some horrible way, specifically Kai.
Jeez.
Like she owes Kai something. I don't know, like to let her experiment on her later. We'll see.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Ugly is absolutely throwing punches again. I think like tries to get revenge for Kai on what was her name? Fleetwood.
Oh,
Fleetwood.
Rio is the one who's like, she's like circling you. Fleetwood is
circling
the
me.
one who just sucker punched Kai in the back with a ridiculous over the top drop kick.
I think I try. I think like a fun little sequence is like I try and get at Fleetwood, but then Rio like kind of grabs me and pulls me back. And Ugly's gonna yell at Cosmo like, what did you say? It was like I didn't need you to do that. I think I'm gonna be like, you gotta. It's like it's now or never. Like, prove that you can. Prove that you could stand up for us or some stuff like that. Like stand up for yourself. If you can't stand up for yourself, at least stand up for one of us. I think it's like what I say.
Yeah, I think Cosmo looks like annoyed because like it's like the whole thing is like I can take care of myself. You don't need to defend me, right? And like I think they are like now yeah, like also just like jumping into it with Agni, and now it's like, yeah, you know what? I can do this better than you, right? like don't worry about it. Like we'll see. Like Kai, Kai's my friend too. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna make sure like these Falcon like bastards regret messing with us.
And this is when the camera goes into your face, right? Like there's a close up, and we cut to like people watching from their homes. But yeah, okay, go on. The whole world is watching.
Yeah. Because like I want to make the pitch of like, oh, like this is now like a competition between Cosmo and Agni. Like two Cosmos. Like I'm gonna take them out before you.
I'm gonna take them out.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm into it. It's become a fight between our groups, but then also a competition between the two of us. Like
the groups are growing. I have more NPCs, and the Falcons are going to keep growing.
We can keep tossing more Falcons.
Right. Like because eventually it has to be a 4-on-4 fight. So like as it's like. So like as we like are ready to square off, Taz the Hunter and Griffin Ex Machina are joining the Falcons.
Yeah.
Griffin Ex Machina has to be the leader behind everybody, right? Like
yeah.
With a name like that one.
Griffin Ex
Machina. Right. This is the teenager with tattoos that shows up, okay? That's what I'm saying.
I think I definitely go to Agni and say, yeah, okay, I'll show you. I'll take out Griffin, right? Like they've been a pain in our ass this whole like start of semester,
right?
Just looking for a chance to fight. So like I'll settle this.
Cosmo, I think probably everyone realizes, but Cosmo more than anyone realized. Like at this point, people are going to start noticing, like more than just the students. Like at this point. An instructor is like, what's going on over there? And like the drones are going to start coming over. So pretty soon, this is going to become televised / get caught / like whatever. Like there's going to be pressure on you that no matter how well you do in the fight, you could still get in trouble if it goes on any longer. Just to add to
the pressure.
Add to the pressure there.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend aid.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I wanna like beat up Griffin here in a way that looks like I'm just like fulfilling the part of the team building exercise, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Right. So I wonder whether it's something like I think this started like at the bottom of the thing, but like we moved on to the next obstacle. Like we're
cool.
like we got like the initial scuffle in, but then we see that like the other teams are
Yeah, I
now like
like
overtaking us, right? And it's
Yeah.
like this isn't over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like we go to them, it's like this isn't over, and then like we start running to like the next thing.
Yeah.
And then on the way there, like I think we're purposely trying to like get away from the drones as well, right?
We're trying to outrun the cameras too, so we can get back to a blind spot.
Yeah.
We're fighting in all of like the staging areas between the obstacles, throwing a few punches, getting back on the obstacle course.
I love it.
Because I think I'm gonna spend aid here to like lock in an impulse. The impulse here is just to focus on the larger goal. Just because, like, in the end, like beating them one-on-one isn't enough. It's also so that we don't get caught, and we want to show like our best side to everyone here, right?
Oh, okay.
And how I'm doing that is that I think I'm kind of like running weirdly, like I think maybe it's like not just like acting selfishly, but like corralling like everyone to like, hey, make sure like I'm helping you. Like, so when Agni is going in for like a big like kick or whatever, right? I'm like moving stuff out of the way so that we don't get caught, or like doing something outrageous, like I do like a double backflip or something, so that the drone focuses on me rather than you tripping Fleetwood or something, right?
And are you
doing like
this...
the drones are drawn to like big motion.
Yeah.
Right?
And like to me, this isn't just about like beating. I like this is a slight retcon, right? But like it's like I'm like, when I do that and I land, I like do this to Agni. Is it see?
Yeah,
I'm like in charge here.
I'm kind of like, I was gonna ask, that was the question, is like, is this something that we're both like acknowledging as like a tactic, or are you specifically kind of doing this to cover my ass and kind of one up me? Sounds like the latter, which I think is pretty fun.
Yeah. And like I think a little bit to Kai as well, as like, yes, you got
maybe.
Yeah. You think you're the one taking care of the team? No, I got this. Don't worry.
Oh, I love this. I think it probably, like, I want to piggyback off of that and say, like, even though you're one-upping me, we are getting into some sort of like routine about it, right? Like it is maybe like the first time you do it, and then the next time like we get into a little scrap, and then the next time like something big can happen, right? Maybe I grab you or like toss you, like there is like kind of a like, all right, you want to be on distraction, then be a good distraction, and I like toss you in the air, or like we do something, like I set you up for the cameras to follow you, and then like trip some people, throw mud in their face, you know what I mean? Like
this is like wrestling like, shit.
Yeah, it's this big wrestling stuff. Like it's real passive. I was gonna say passive aggressive, but we're very actively doing something, kind of teamwork, right? Like
WWF is one of the highest art forms out there. It's amazing.
It's really good. And we're doing the dance. We're doing like the weird kind of I'm better than you dance.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I don't
what
know.
A Kai. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, I was like, I don't know if I'm actually triggering my move with that or not. But y'all can. I want to know what Kai and Pantheon
are
too.
Yeah. I get the feeling that we're sort of spread out, so maybe Kai and Pantheon are, together.
I feel like I just wanted to say, Vid, I feel like you did. So what's your deal though? Like gain a word when you revealed something important about your relationship with. It felt like something happened between you and.
Yeah.
You were like, let's do it. Let's go all out, right? So I'm just saying.
I'm gonna grab Rebellion. like there is like we're actively doing what we shouldn't be. There is like a like we're getting in trouble, but also kind of doing it together in I think a way that's kind of getting us to click.
Yeah. I've got an idea for I want to do one of the second academy moves. I've got this. So spend a word to take decisive action or introduce a significant change in the scene, highlighting one of your traits or bonds. You may fill in or change one of the traits or bonds and explain how they allow you to make a pivotal moment. So I'm going to spend the word leader, right? And I'm going to, because like Pantheon was in the middle of like, I want to make this up to you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and you were like teary eyed and stuff. And like, sorry. I just visually, I was like, "Oh, my character looks so cool." As I was imagining.
Yes, it does look
yeah, hell yeah.
Right, but I like have the scuff marks on my face. My hair is like a mess, and like I just lean down and like when like people like lock in their forearms,
yeah,
right? So lock in forearms, and I pull you up, and I say, "You'll have to be my eyes then," right? And then so we go back to back and I push you into the fray, right? And so awesome. I'm super nearsighted, just like in real life. And like I'm depending on you to like lead us through, but I tell you who to aim for, what to do to like and I'm trying to make sure that the angle is just perfect, right? In order for it to look like we're moving forward and doing this team building exercise properly, but we're taking out people as much as we can.
Nice,
right?
nice. Like, I think I'm like calling out like 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like letting you know like where to punch, where to grab, like.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm trying to like, so I spend, wait, let me just double check. So I'm spending leader. And I'm highlighting that trait, that bond that we have, right? At the same time.
You can add a new one or change something as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna because I did all of that because I was angling for strategist, the potential.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because it's very sexy. I love the stuff that's attached to it. It sounds super possibility engine, tactical link system, comms interceptor. So.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I love
what
this.
even is a possibility engine?
You're right. Yeah. I know, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna put in. I'm just typing in strategist.
Cool.
Strategist. If I can manage to spell. Okay, and I am deleting leader because I spent it.
Awesome. So you can put it back into the
word bank. I will do that.
Or you can add it. You can change it.
Ooh.
I just put A straight back in because I want to have that in there for the future. But like, you can just put a different word back in.
Oh, yeah. I want to change it to synchronization. Right, like the idea that we were synced up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Some Evangelion like nods right there again. But yeah, so I've dramatically changed the situation. We are clearly in the lead now, and like victory is right there.
Weirdly enough, I think we haven't answered the questions yet because we are not quite together. Maybe
no.
Right?
Half there.
Half there.
Agni and
Agni
and Cosmo still need to like come together a little bit.
We still need to have a little bit more of a moment.
Yeah.
But Pantheon technically hasn't had a turn, so.
Yeah. I mean, I've been riffing off of. I've been enjoying riffing off of what you're doing. I think I want to call on the bond that I have with Cosmo to like take the flak, take the heat, like and at some point it's got to be Fleetwood because he's such a freaking lug. I think Fleetwood is like. Well, actually, I don't want to dishonor the advantage that we've got. I think after Kai sort of like did this, we got ahead of pretty much all of them, and I feel like we're basically like ready to finish the obstacle course, and we have outpaced them. Like we're gonna finish ahead of them. When like Pantheon is just about to like make it across, and like a hand, like she's running on the balance beam, and like a hand like grabs her ankle, and it's Fleetwood because he's like too dumb to give up, too tough, like too dumb to know that he's been beaten, and I like absolutely need Cosmo, and I think I need Cosmo and Agni in this case to like, because this is at the finish line where like literally everyone is watching. I need you to like cover for me. I feel like I just do something really awful, like hit him in the head in a way that's gonna leave.
Give into the monster. Give into the monster. Let's go.
Right, like I'm gonna spend my regret. I'm gonna spend this like regret because Fleetwood was the one that like knocked you down. And
that's right.
And I think we said no eye trauma, so I'm going to bail this. But I kick him in a way in the head that is going to leave some permanent scars. It's like something very bad happens to Fleetwood with this, and I really need Cosmo and Agni to like absolutely steal the show, so that like it just looks like he felt like no one sees that I am doing kind of a vindictive, awful giving into the monster thing. So I'm spending that. If I'm doing this right, I'm spending existential regret to do this, to do a similar thing, to say I've got this. Like I've cleared out the last of the threats, and I want to make them pay the conviction.
Ooh.
And yeah, like if anyone comes after us, my friends, they're gonna get hurt in like awful ways. And I think that like ends the race, but or at least it positions us in a place to if
like maybe like we all need to get across the finish line, like just because you got there, we all still need to do it or something like that, you know? But we're like there. I like that we're kind of near the end of this.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like between all of the moves that we've done, we're definitely about to finish in front of the Falcons. Like,
I haven't like even we could just do this part of it as like, if I can make a pitch, like what if we already won, right? And this vindictiveness came even after the thing, right? The thing's over. Like we're all supposed to be going back to like the locker rooms to like wash up and like clean up, and then you do like you get a final jab in.
I'm super down with that. I think we have these like there's the last trial maybe is a climbing wall where we have these like climbing pegs, and so it's like a bar with like a little peg and it goes in the wall and you got to climb up it, and I still got a climbing peg and I just do violence to I just do violence to
I want to make a name that's called I just do violence.
To Fleetwood at this point. My goal with the whole like making you cover was I was looking for an answer for the scene question of so I feel like having to cover for me and like really going up, like getting more vindictive than I should. Like this isn't just punches and kicks. This is like a weapon used against another pilot. I feel like this is the thing that like needs to bring Agni and Cosmo together. Like you've got to collectively cover for my ass just going way overboard.
Yeah.
If that feels right to you as an answer to the scene question, it's really at the end of the day like me being vindictive that encouraged by my darker half, encouraged by Kai to release the monster.
I think I think I'm going like at the moment before like even reaching Pantheon, I think I bump into Agni and like, but that was too intense. But did we cause this
we I think Agni also like kind of looks at all of us like we've turned what should have been like a fun competition into something worse. Maybe even like it's brought the other teams into it, maybe like collaterally, right? Like where all of our scuffs, like we've damaged things that have just made the teams before us harder to get through. It's just kind of everyone's a little bit more on edge and a little bit spikier, you know? So it's like just like a moment to look back as Cosmo like confronts Agni about that.
Yeah, because I think I want to gain a word here because like I think Cosmo wants this to be like a fun competition, right? Like they see this as like, oh, we're just making each other better, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is all for becoming better pilots. Like this feels like it's gone a bit too far, and like I think they feel guilty that like maybe they are like pushing like for this competition, and also like they were the one who like initially got hurt. And this is why Pantheon like took that
took it too
far to get revenge.
Yeah.
But like before I go to Pantheon, like I do like a quick check in with Agni. It's like, we're like, are we taking this too far, right? Like, is this competition like getting to the team?
Oh yeah. Agni, I think also is like
I'm actually going to take Monstrosity here.
Ooh, take it. Hell yeah. Agni, like, I think has that moment of reflection and is like, yeah, I think I wanted, I think I was like maybe disappointed or like I wanted you to maybe be better, like not be better like in this sense, but it's like I let my temper flare up because I thought, you know, that's you didn't respond the way I wanted it to. It's, you know, like it was like I took my aggression out on somebody else when really we should have just talked about it. I think it, you know, I say it more like I don't have any idea what I'm saying because I'm a teenager who's bad with my words. And I think I might actually spend a token to well, like I think it's more like a moment of self-reflection, right? So I don't really know if it's like an action, like a decisive action for I've got this. Actually, maybe not. Maybe it's like maybe like instead of trying to rush to the finish line or something, we like help out. We do like what Kai needed, right? Where it's like, okay, let's instead of like a brash kind of thing, like we Agni tries to just like show a moment of teamwork. Like it's like, oh, instead of you know, making a big scene for all the cameras to show, it's like, oh, let me like help out these people who are behind us, right? Like people who are in our team. Like I get Cosmo to like help me with like the Falcons or another team, right? Like who got caught up in the crossfire, and like the camera kind of focuses on that in a way of like, we should like right our wrongs, right? Like if we're going to get into it, let's like understand who's getting lost in the crossfire and stuff. And I want to spend lack of control, and I want to kind of change it to I don't want to change it to self-reflection. And I'm gonna give myself the flaw hot-headed. So I think I just know that about myself.
Very cool.
And I feel like it's like good TV at the end, right? This feels like a kind of almost kid showy thing where it's like, oh my god, they're helping out other people, right? Like, oh, this is supposed to be about your own teamwork, but it's nice to see these kids like they care about everybody else too. You know, it's like, oh, the entire academy is working together instead of just we've almost undermined the competitive nature of everything at the very end or something like that.
I dig it. Does that, you feel like that wraps the scene, Aaron? Do you feel like we've answered the whose actions bring the two or more pilots together? Feels like in that case, Agni is really bringing a bunch of people together. And
yeah, I feel like it.
Yeah. I think there's a recognition that I guess to continue what you're going for. I think Cosmo kind of acknowledges that like Agni is doing like the right thing here and like taking control of the situation and like turning it like it towards like a more positive end like tries to support Agni. And also I think maybe we don't get this resolution just yet, right? Like there's a thing with Pantheon where like, oh yeah, like I'm glad you have my back, but like that was a bit too much.
Yeah, that was over the line. Yeah. Oh, I feel like the that wasn't cool, you went too far conversation in the locker room or something like that is like due for, you know, like that is definitely due for that. But that doesn't feel like it's this scene, right? Like
yeah. I think we can hold on to that energy for another time. But like I think where we end up. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I just wanted to say like I feel like in the locker room there's a moment where Kai like goes to the locker, opens it up, and there's like a row of extra glasses, right?
Oh, yes.
Like, because I have calculated the possibility of someone smashing them. And I put one of them on, and I lean over to Pantheon and whisper, "You did good."
Ooh.
Nice.
Right
before
she has that,
like, head down kind of thing, and then she sort of like cocks it a little bit in the way that looks very cool in anime and Hollywood. When you say that, and like there's like this smallest like tinge of a little smile, you know, like a little like she feels like she wasn't sure, and you kind of made her feel like I did the right thing. Like they're not going to mess with us again. Like
yeah. And I sort of say like, there's always going to be a monster inside of us, but we decide what we're going to feed that monster. I say very like kind of sinisterly before I like turn to Agni and be like, well, I made you lunch, your favorite again.
Oh my god.
Love it.
Oh my god. Kind of becoming very scary. I was not prepared for kind of be as mastermindy. You know what I mean?
Neither was I. But
moving all the pieces.
I seriously struggled to make wholesome characters in wholesome games. Cozy Town remains my most difficult game that I ever because it's so unnatural to me.
Developer, creator of Cozy Town says they can't. It's impossible for them.
You have to. You have to. It's good. It's good to stretch yourself. It feels like that's probably a good, because we're just about at time. That feels like that's probably a good way to wrap. Is there any end of session stuff that we should do, or?
So we should end the there's a bit to end the scene. So when we answer the question of the scene, each pilot that was named in the answer, so there could have been more than one, but I think it feels like Agni is the main impetus here, gains a word. So you gain a word. What word would you like?
What word would I like? And I can like make a word too if I wanted.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
I might just take back self-reflection.
It feels like a real natural one for what you did. Yeah.
Yep. And yep.
I was gonna say, is anybody else? Because we all did things. I don't know if necessarily we all answered.
I was angling for it. I was angling for basically Pantheon going too far, being the thing that kind of made Agni and Cosmo come together. Like it was her excess that made you be the ones that had to be like,
that's
whoa, that's too far. We're not about that. Like we should be better than that. So I think I'm going to take experimentation.
I love that.
So as written, you both gain the same word.
Oh, we both, okay. I'll take self-reflection. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I might have it in a different way than you have it. But
Like
maybe there's a lack of self-reflection that's going on.
Yeah.
Well, just like
more like you're self-reflecting something else.
What reflection are you looking at? You know?
I think I became the monster my team needed in that moment. Like,
nice.
Everyone thought it was like play nice, but I feel like Kai told me like you gotta make a definitive blow, and I did it, and it ended it. Even though like it ended it in a bad way, it ended it. So yeah, I'll take it.
100%.
And then just the final thing is just like, if you've got any relevant links that came up, then we can add them as well. I'm adding Fleetwood to mine.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna add
linked by violence.
I feel guilty, and I think after this, like even though we have like a rivalry with the Falcons, I still feel like some lingering guilt and like try to like make it up to Fleetwood.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm taking Rio Dangerfall, and I think we blossomed a kind of, like a rivalship, like a friendship between like we punched each other enough times that we became kind of friends. You know what I mean?
That's how punching works.
That's how punching works. I think that can be. There's a moment where we like had fun with it.
One punch hurts. 2 punch makes you enemies. 3 punches makes you lovers, or something like that. I don't know. It's like there's a logic there. I don't know what.
There's a logic there. It is.
We've seen it in every boxing movie.
Yeah. I created a link. I'm gonna say like because it was televised, there was a scout that like took notice of Kai and sent a message, right? So I'm thinking her name is Scarlett Horizon, and she's got all these TVs, right?
Good.
And she's watching all these different sections, all these different students, but one by one they just turn into Kai, right? But the last one is her watching Kai say those things to Pantheon in the locker room where a camera shouldn't be, right? And then that's when she sends the message. So
nice.
She notices the one who not the flashy one, right? Like I like it.
And links don't need to be positive, right? Links can be negative, right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have 2 negative ones so far. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take, since no one else has taken it, I'm gonna take Griffin Ex Machina. Will get revenge.
Yeah.
We'll get revenge.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I just permanently injured our teammate.
That's good. That's very good.
Cool. All right. How do we want to end this? Because depending on what we want to do with the next session, do you want to keep playing Academy next session or move?
I think I would be inclined to play, maybe since we're doing 3 sessions, maybe try and do half of Academy, and then
we're doing 3 or 2.
Are we doing 2 or 3?
Oh, let's check.
I think we're only doing 2.
Oh, only 2. Then yes, let's skip forward. We definitely have seen some things about our characters.
Yeah.
So
we could maybe do one more academy next time, because that would maybe take up about the same. And then
we're only doing 2. I'm sorry. Thank you. I forgot. Yeah. So we're doing 2 it's in 2 weeks. We might as well. I don't know, Aaron. You've got the best sense of the pacing. If you feel like to get the full effect of the next phase, we should give a session to it. I'm fine with jumping ahead.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think it'd be interesting to like jump from this point where like there's still some like lingering tensions, right?
Yeah.
Like there's still some stuff. It's not bad. Like I feel like we could play another like academy phase, but like I feel like even just jumping now is not a bad idea as well.
Sure.
And like opens us to like doing a bunch of like flashback stuff to the academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
I mean, that way it's a clean thing. Next session, we're jumping ahead to the next phase.
Yeah, that's how I typically done it playtesting.
Yeah.
Like
No,
one session academy, one session
nice.
Conflict. So yeah, do we have a bit of time, Sean?
Yeah, we got a bit of time.
Okay, cool. In that case, let's finish the academy phase and answer what happens to the academy. So there's a final question here, like because we usually continue until everyone is happy with their answers to this phase's core themes, which is who are you and what do you want. I think we've sort of got to the who are you parts, right? Like I think we got some insight into that. But what do you want? Maybe not as clear. So maybe it's something to just think about as we answer this final like question, right? We choose one of the following questions to answer as a group, which is what causes the academy to shut down and scatter the squad, or what causes your squad to forsake the academy and go separate ways, or you have an uneventful graduation but you just lose contact.
I have kind of an immediate pitch. If y'all are okay with this, I think the Cold War gets hot and it causes the academy to shut down and we are scattered. I feel
do you mean like there's an emergency, like we're pulled into the war immediately before we're fully ready, or we're not part of it?
Or like I think like, or we're like it kind of breaks everything up and we all have like
I think there's
obligations to different places or something.
I feel like there's a coup of the Blood Ravens and the Force Tigers, and like lines are drawn and like the fight gets real and the academy is broken and some people align with different sides and the others.
Or like
I feel like this is not a subtle anime, so like there has to be a monster that attacks the school and like through the middle.
Wait, it's a monster that we like. It's like, oh, but monsters should be gone now, and it's like man-made or something, right? Like who launched this? Who made and launched this monster?
Oh
both sides are blaming each other.
All sides are blaming each other. That's like a good mystery for pushing into the future. I don't know.
Beautiful. I agree.
So can I like adjust that pitch, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like it's not a monster, but like a mech because our mechs are monsters, right? Yeah, but it's one of our mechs, one of our biomechanical mechs, and when someone tries to like radio the pilot to like say, "Hey, stop! This is like this is a crime. What are you doing?" Right. There's no response, and like we run the scans. There's no pilot.
Oh, that's good.
So like it even has like the the corporation like sticker like or like the like it's all painted with like Force Tiger like thing. It's like like one of the monster mechs like went on a rampage. Do we actually have control over them still?
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, I just want to say it's Darksaber, the one that ate my mom. The world is too small for it not to be a character that we've already NPCs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Like if we had a few more scenes, there would be the foreshadowing of something's wrong with Darksaber.
Yeah. Well, I like the notion that we left off with my character like turning to violence in a really like uncharacteristic way. But like,
oh my gosh, can we? Can we say like when you let loose and hit that person, we cut to like this underground basement where the monster like wakes up.
Right? There's some psychic connection. Yeah.
And we see these screens going like,
warning.
Resonance protocol activated. Right.
Yep.
So yeah, I love it. I love it. Like it's this backup sequence. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So that causes the academy to shut down, and we are each of us scattered. We'll do the time skip stuff next session then, cool. Right? Like to set up the conflict, and then like we probably will have a better answer for what we want when we do the time skip. But like it's just something to think about. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it then.
Awesome. So much fun.
Aaron, thanks for sharing this game with us. This is super cool.
Worries.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, let's do outros the same way we did our intros. Please feel free to chill all your stuff. I mean, always feel free to, but absolutely do that. And so I'm Sean Nittner. You see him pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Sean Nittner. I had a great time playing Pantheon tonight. I am in the midst of preparing for the Apocalypse Keys Kickstarter, which is going to go live at the same time this Kickstarter does. So we will be Kickstarter buds.
We're going to be Kickstarter buds.
Just getting lots and lots and lots prepared for that. And I am also preparing for Big Bad Con, which is a month and a half away, but it feels like it's going to happen tomorrow. There's just so many things I need to get done beforehand, but it's coming together very well. We've got events. We're going to start scheduling those events. We've got everything is coming together. It's going to be a wonderful event. I'm super excited about it. That's me. How about you, Ray? What's going on in your world?
Yeah, so thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and for people who are going to watch the VOD later. Super cool. Aaron, thank you so much for inviting me to play. This is such a good time. You can find me on Twitter and on Itch.io Temporal Hiccup, where I also like to make games. I also have a mecha game now that I think about it. My first one, which is incredibly sad, incredibly dramatic. So it's called Become One. But Apocalypse Keys is coming out next week. Sean and Eva have been doing an amazing job. And I'm really, really excited for everybody to see what's in store. And I'm excited to be crowdfunding buddies with you, Aaron. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a good time. But how about you, Vididya?
I always caught off guard. I'm so bad at outros. Hey, everybody. I've been Vididya. I'll hopefully continue to be him in the near future. I had a great time playing that line. I always feel weird saying I've been, because it feels like, and then who knows what I'll be. I'm a game designer. Also, you can find me online at the Voletti. Everywhere you can find my games at voletti.itch.io. I have a lot of really cool stuff there. I also have a mech game that I made, which is very good. The Fire Flickers Between You. You can find. I should make more mech games. I love them so much. This is such a blast. I'm really excited to come back.
Never enough mech games.
Never enough. I will also quickly shout out a project that I'm really happy with that I'm still working on is Bloodbeam Badlands. You are gunslinging vampires in a post-apocalypse where the sun never sets. And it's weird, bombastic. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of it, so you should go check that out. And I don't have a Kickstarter or anything like that, so
But you should still check out the page and
I should. Yes. Thank you so much.
And I'm Aaron, he, him, and I'm gonna be kickstarting this next week. Same with Apocalypse Keys. So you can look for Spectres of Brocken. I'm spelling it the European way with the RE rather than the ER. So if you'd like looking for it like by typing it out like a normal person. That's a normal person thing to do, is just typing things out instead of clicking links. So that's Spectres of Brocken. Will be on Kickstarter. You can find that on my itch page. It's at ehronlme.itch.io. You can find me on social media as at Aaron Lime as well. And this isn't the first like time skip game I've made. Like previously, I've also like kickstarted during Zine Quest 3 another game where there's a time skip in between. It's called An Altogether Different River. It's about like leaving a place and then coming back years later. So it's got similar kind of themes, but like not as reckless, as dangerous, I guess. I mean, we still have played some games where like we came back to like some really dangerous stuff. So it's possible to do that. Like I think we played one where we came back as like ex-revolutionaries to like a place where we had changed. Anyways, so yeah, if you want to find that, you can check out all my stuff on itch.io.
Awesome.
That's me.
Aaron, can I ask you a question? What is the meaning of the name Spectres of Brocken? I am thoroughly confused by this. I love it. By the way, I just not at all, and it's like I love the name. I just
there's a phenomenon called a Brocken Spectre. Which is when you're on like a high, like it's named after a mountain called the Mount Brocken in Germany, I think, or Austria. And it's what happens when like your shadow falls on a cloud, and so your shadow looks immense and huge and massive. You might remember this from One Piece, which is where I saw this. So the idea behind it is that like your mech is your shadow. It's bigger than you. But it is still you. Yeah.
That's very good.
Nice.
That is so cool.
That's really good. It sounds like a Gundam series. That's all.
Yeah.
It's like Gundam : Spectres of Brocken. You're like, yeah, of course.
The Gundam is silent.
The
Gundam is silent. That's good.
It's very good.
Oh, awesome. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back here in 2 weeks for the conflict phase, and more stuff on the channel soon. So take care, all. Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.